I welcome you all to the video tutorial series of the operating system. Myself Varshata. Let's start our lecture series. So at the end of this video, you will be able to learn about the sleep and wake up system call and how we are able to solve the problem of the producer consumer using the sleep and wake up calls. Okay, so sleep and wake up, the Peterson solution and the solution using TSL and exchange have the limitations of requiring the busy waiting. Okay, so now all of you are aware about what is the busy waiting. Okay, so when a process want to enter in its critical section, it checks to see if entry is allowed in the critical section or not. So every time process will check if the entry is allowed or not allowed. So here you can see if it is not allowed, the process goes into the loop and waits. That means it starts the busy waiting until it's allowed to enter in the critical section. So here you can see the process is not allowed to enter in the critical section. Why? Because this critical section already executing one process. So what this process will do? This process continuously do the busy waiting. So it is what? A wasting of the CPU time. Okay, so and the process will not get chance to enter in the critical section. So this is what? A wasting of the CPU time. So this problems can be solved using the sleep and wake up call. So we have the interprocess communication primitives, that is the pair of the sleep and wake ups. That means like a wait and signal. Okay, sleep that means wait and wake up that means a signal. Okay, so this sleep, it is a system call that causes the caller to be blocked or suspended until some other process wakes it up. Okay, so what is sleep? Sleep is a one type of system call that cause caller to to blocked. And what is wake up? It is a system call that wake ups the process. Both sleep and wake up system calls have the parameter that represent the memory address and used to match up with the sleep and wake ups. Okay, so wake up is what? It is the system call that wake up the processes, and both this have one parameters that represents a memory address that is used to match up the sleep and wake ups. That means sleep, that means it will tell the process wait for some time, and wake up that means it will signal the process now the item is available, you can consume. So now all of you are aware about what is the sleep and wake up. Okay, so let's see what is the producer consumer problem. So what is this? So it is a multi-process synchronization problem. It is also known as the bounded buffer problem. So in exam, it may be asked like that, to explain the bounded buffer problem. So you should not have to confuse. You should have to write this producer consumer problem because its another name is what? The bounded buffer problem. This problem describes two processes which are producer and consumer. As the name suggests, producer-consumer problem. So we have two processes which are, one is a producer and another is a consumer. So as the name suggests, what producer will do? Producer will produce the item and consumer will consume the item. So here you can see this is the fixed size buffer. Producer and consumer is there. So what producer will do? So producer produce some information and put it into the buffer. And what consumer will do? So let's see. Consumer consumes this information and removes it from the buffer. So here you can see producer have produced one item and it's put into the buffer, and from the buffer consumer is consuming the item. Okay, so this is what the producer consumer scenario. Now what will happen? Let's see. Okay, so what this problem is exactly? The problem is what? The problem is to make the sure that producer will not try to add the data or information into the buffer if it is full. So if there is a no slot, is the producer will able to put the item into buffer? No, it is not possible. Okay, so and the consumer will not try to consume the item if there is no any item in the buffer. Okay, so this two things should be matched. Producer cannot produce the item if buffer is full, and a consumer cannot consume the item if buffer is empty. Okay, so what is the solution for this? Producer either go to sleep or discard the data if the buffer is full. Okay, so producer either go to sleep or discard the data. If producer have produced the item, then it will check if the buffer is full, then it will discard the data and it will go for the sleep. And once the consumer removes one item from the buffer, it notifies the wake up call to the producer to put the data into the buffer. Okay, now seeing the solution for the consumer. So consumer can go to sleep if the buffer is empty. Okay, so once the producer puts the data into buffer, it notifies the wake up the consumer to remove the item from the buffer. Okay, so this is vice versa. If buffer is empty, consumer if the buffer is empty, that means if it will down the count, so at that time consumer will send the wake up call to the producer. And if the buffer is filled by the one item, producer will send the wake up call to the consumer. So let's see, if the buffer is empty, producer want to produce the item? Yes, producer can produce the item. Consumer want to consume the item? No, consumer cannot consume the item because buffer is empty. And if the buffer is full, so what will happen? If the buffer is full, producer want to produce? No, producer cannot produce the item because buffer is full. Okay, and consumer want to consume? Yes, consumer can consume the item because items are available in the buffer. And if the buffer is partially filled, so what will happen? If partially filled, producer want to produce? Yes, producer can produce. And consumer want to consume? Yes, consumer also can consume the item. So this will be the scenario when we are dealing with the producer consumer problem using the fixed size buffer. So let's have a look at the algorithm about this. Just define the fixed size buffer, whether it is a 10, 4, 5, etc. Here I have just defined an algorithm n is equal to 10, and here I have taken for the figure that is n is equal to 4. If integer count is equal to 0, this is the one counting variable for defining whether the item is there in the buffer or not. So initially count we have assigned with the 0. Then void producer void. This is a producer algorithm. So it will again define one integer variable, that is an item variable. Okay, while true, that means while the producer want to produce the item. Okay, so at that time item is equal to produce item. So it will produce the item and it will assign to the item. And if the count is equal to 1, so now it will check if the count is equal to n, so it will go in the sleep mode. Okay, so that means the producer will be suspended when count is equal to n, and it will insert the item in the this buffer. So if count is not equal to n, so what it will do, it will insert the item in the buffer. Okay, so count is equal to count plus 1. Now count will be increased by the producer as the producer have produced the item and it has stored that item in the buffer. So count will be increased by the 1. Okay. So here if count is equal to 1, what will happen? It will wake up the consumer. Okay. So it will wake up the consumer, that is what for items is available in the buffer. So consumer can consume the item. Now same thing for the consumer. Initially here count is 1. So item is equal to integer is equal to item. While true, that means while consumer want to consume the item. So if count is equal to 0, then sleep. Okay, so if count is equal to 0, then sleep. That means the consumer will be suspended until the count is 0. Otherwise it can consume the item. So item is equal to what? Remove the item. So it will remove the item from the buffer and it will decrease the count. Count is equal to count minus 1. So what will happen? It will decrease the count. So now the count is 0. So if the count is equal to n minus 1, Okay, from total numbers of buffer size, if only one item will be consumed by the consumer, so what will happen? It will call the producer to produce the item. Okay, so that means it wake up the producer and it will consume the item. Okay, so this is what a producer consumer algorithm. What will happen? First, producer will produce the item. When count will become the 1, it will wake up. It will send the wake up call to the consumer that you can consume the item. And same way, if the count is less than n minus 1, consumer will send the wake up call to the producer to produce the item. Okay, now what are the problems in sleep and wake up? What will happen? So problems with the solution is that it contains a race conditions that can lead to the deadlock. Okay, how it can lead to the deadlock? So no any process can work. All will go in the deadlock mode. So let's see. So first of all, here the same algorithm that we have seen for the consumer. Okay, so what will happen? Let's see. The consumer has just read the variable count. Okay, and notice that notice 0 and is just about to move inside the if block. Okay, so just before calling, the sleep, consumer is suspended and producer is resumed. Okay, so context switch will be happen when just consumer notice that count is equal to 0. So what will happen? Context switch happen. So that means consumer will be suspended. Now producer creates an item and puts into the buffer and it increases the count. Okay, so what will happen when consumer just check the count is equal to 0? What will happen? Context switch happen. So it will suspend it. Now the producer resumes and it creates the item and puts into the buffer and it increase the count. So because the buffer was empty prior to the last addition, the producer tries to wake up the consumer. So producer will try to wake up the consumer, but what will happen? Unfortunately, the consumer was not yet sleeping and wake up call is lost because wake up call will be lost because context switch was happened when just consumer has tried to read this count as equal to 0. So when the consumer resumes, it goes to sleep and will never awake again. Why? Because consumer will be awaked by the producer when count is equal to 1. Okay, so this is because the consumer is only awakened by the producer when the count is equal to 1. So the producer will loop until the buffer is full and after which it will also go for sleep. So now both the process will be in the sleep mode, both the process will be suspended. No one can awake each other. So this is what a deadlock situation. So finally both the process will sleep forever and the solution therefore it is unsatisfactory if context switch will happen like this. Okay, so in this video we have learned about what is sleep and wake up. Okay, what is sleep and wake up inter-process communication system call? Using the sleep, you are able to suspend the process, and using the wake up, you are able to resume the process for further work. And we have seen the producer-consumer problem. What is producer-consumer problem? And which are the situation where the producer can produce and when the consumer can consume the item, and when producer cannot produce and when consumer cannot consume the item. And we have seen the producer consumer problem using the sleep and wake up system call. And what are the problems in that producer consumer problem? So in this video we have learned about this. Okay, so thank you for watching. We will meet in the next lecture with a new topic. Thank you.